copyright is important for several reasons. One of the reasons is we do have a Copyright Act, so it's the law. We're expected to follow that, of course. It's really important, I think, for teachers in particular to act as role models. Their students will see them paying attention to copyright, and I think that speaks very important in itself. We want to make sure that teachers are paying attention to copyright, as well as students and consumers and creators, everybody, because copyright is really critical to the needs of the user. We as users of copyright material need it to build on knowledge. But it's also really important to keep in mind the rights of the creator. Creators, of course, need to get compensated for their books, their movies, their music. So we want to make sure that they're fairly compensated. And the key word here is fair. We want to be able to use copyrighted material in some cases for reasons that are considered fair and perhaps not necessarily compensable. So for instance, if we want to use just a couple paragraphs from a book, we can do that based on what we call fair dealing guidelines or provisions. Also, there are serious consequences to copyright infringement, so that's another reason we need to pay attention to copyright. The best place would be the web, of course, and the most trusted sources would be government websites. So as a teacher, I would start with the Manitoba Education website. They're going to list several resources, one of which is a booklet called Copyright Matters, some key questions and answers for teachers. That's probably the best resource. There are others, of course. The Canadian Heritage branch of the government has sources or more information on copyright, as does the Canadian Intellectual Property Office. The Copyright Office on this campus has a web presence too. That's more relevant for university faculty, university students, not so much K-12 teachers. More information can also be found on the World Intellectual Property Office website. That's going more international in scope, but for sure there's lots of information. Well, I think it's important not to underestimate the importance of copyright. I think no matter where teachers are going, they will come across this. They're going to need to learn more. Another good source is Access Copyright. Teachers going into K-12 schools will come across Access Copyright, and this is an organization that collects money on behalf of creators, and that's another good source. You can check the web for Access Copyright for details on their rules.